All right. Got this going here. Excuse me. We get a good connection. Oh, terrific. That's watchable. Got this going here. I don't know how readable everything is though. Close enough. Yeah. Alright. So before we get started, let's do a nice little warm-up. So I think this is today. This is the reason this is a struggle stream is we've got a new keyboard layout to figure out. And this is very interesting and the opposite of fun. But it's good and important and needs to be done. So ta-da. Enjoy the struggle here. Okay. Just so you know, this is probably more painful for me than it is for you. Just gotta warm up, because otherwise I'm going to have a very unfortunate time. Part of this annoyance is that the words here are not always words, and my brain puts words in those places, and that doesn't work. There's no neural link at this point. So even though I'm typing the word that is in my head correctly, it doesn't really care. You know, I didn't think about this, but not being able to type in this Julymak. See, I said July and I hit J. Might make streaming difficult. It's affection? $10? Four. Or you feeling the struggle yet? Default. There we go. Bad. And now takes works like ours. All right, good enough for now here. Yeah, I actually wanted to do that. And there it is. See if we can do this. I need to like move this over here. Last time I streamed it like this, it was unwell. It did not go well. Choked out everything. It actually looks like I might be doing that now. Receiving enough video. Yeah. Increase the potato. Potato mode increase. Don't want that. Got it. Got it. There we go. Okay, come on. Clearly, aim half held. Yeah, that was lucky. All right. Oh wait. Irrelevant bug. Okay. All right. We're fine. We're fine. Let's get this. Okay. The trick is you can't think. I'm gonna cheat. A-I-N-I-N-G. Poorly done. Reach. Joy. Be. Play. Didn't even type play. a little bit more here. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Or who? See, that's not. It breaks my brain to read that, and I replace that with something else. I substitute your reality with my own. Oh no, awful wife. She left. Gotta stop thinking so much. Effect? Everything's fine. Hey, you know what? Let's see what happens now. Probable? This. Can't focus. I should probably put on that music again. Bobble. Really? That resets me? Fine. It's not like I'm doing this for the practice. I want to get off this one. Keep. Hope. Espaciten. Espering. Okay, onto the D key. Hold small? Dead. Madelar. T. I'm trying to calm down. Okay, so I thought I was going to be able to do this. It's possible I might not be able to. Because this dip, this is not going well. Badly, very badly. Let's check on this. Yes, I don't think this is enough. Very badly. Let's make sure this is visible. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, so I thought I was going to be able to do this. Or is it? I might not be able to. Yeah. Because this is not working. Well, whatever. Let's just go ahead. We're just going to do it live, alright? Let's here. We'll be doing some miking. Let's see what we get. We have this. Okay. Down here still. Yeah, I think we're okay. Okay. Let's do this mic. See if we can get some features in. I think there are a few easy ones that I can kind of investigate. Click action. But do not, sorry. I'm gonna do not do space if second entry is blank. Keep playback. Keyboard hold screen. I thought I had this. Yeah, I think I do. That was right. I don't know why it's stalling. Those were the right buttons. Oh, that's weird. Other macro mover. Yeah. So this is a boot memory dumper. Boot into shortcut mode. Already did that. Escape, get out of here, undo, or X, down, which is J somehow. This is the struggle session here, because we've got this modified Colemak that I'm using, and we've got emacs up here running Vim keys. So all of my muscle memory and mnemonics are all screwed up. So it's fun. Oh, also I switched my arrow keys to the home row keys instead of HJKL, which is to the left of the home row keys. So it's just changes stacking on top of changes. So naming macros becomes possible, actually. I've been thinking about this. This is... from home down J. Okay, this is fine. Yeah. Selection, tab key duration, modify mouse move. I feel like I already did this. And I need you there. It's this. And we'll go back to MikeMikeicad. Better be loading. Oh my goodness, this is slow. OBS is... Actually, OBS isn't doing that bad. Do we have this over here? Alright, we're going to be doing the Pomodoro timer. Alright, let's kick it off. Oh, I want to do the homeboy. Do that. Run. Go to... Well, that ain't right. That's weird. There we go. 4. That's 16. 15. I'm gonna do a 20-minute Pomodoro. So I'll want a 5-minute warning. So let's do 16 plus 4. Save that to the beginning. We'll synchronize our watches. All right. Design rule constraints. Hello? Oh, this bloody thing. I forgot about that. Okay. Where's our boy? Can you see these? Yeah, you can see these. So we have this. We need a button. Need buttons here. Yeah, that's here. We've button serial ground. So to ground out. I think I already have that. Forget what this is. Toggle high contrast. There we go. It's up here. This button? Yeah. Very nice. Again, that's top. Yeah, front is top. Now I get this right here. So we wind up using pin 9 on this, but I've already got the ground connector there. Yeah. Oh, that's not right, actually. I don't know what that is. Well, that's interesting. It's like it opened a... I hit some shortcut that opened a search, web search for eval. Because I'm not ticking the box here. Where was I? O is this button. Where's eval? There we go. Visual read. Master eval. It was PCB. Yeah. Plus, there we go. Better. Clip on the top. Let's see. I think I had this already. What is R? There we go. Interface. I don't think we can fit it. Speed breakout, boot cell. Yeah, the Pico. Input print for 90-degree front button. Paperclip on. I think I wrote this down. It was on. It'd be on pin 9 or something. 10. This isn't right. Oh, my numbering scheme is balanced between readable and not readable. Human readable and not human readable. So we've got 21. Just scrolling here. All right. 21. So below the 5 volt. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the fifth one down off the 5 volt. And then with the 5 volt. Let's pin 20. Yeah. That's okay. I don't actually have room through. That's a problem. Well, that's interesting. My headphones just got out of sync. All right. We got 20 minutes on this. Oh, right. Yeah, so this is going to have to be on in or pad 20. Let's do our letters here. Be dash is to be on pad 20. The fears. Nope, that's the wrong. Go back to F. H. X. I is right here. And P is right here. Alright. Definitely learning our numbers. That's pad 20 on here. Navigation here for pin 19 would probably be easier. 19 is it's an analog read, but that's not a huge deal. Still going? Very nice. With that. Increase repeatability of mouse movements. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Fix a combo tap to not do a space if second entry is blank. Yeah. Let's do... Look. Go. Do that. Combo entry. That would be under combo taps. Let's go to the beginning. Combo tap. Next. Next? There's no next? What? Oh, I called it special key. So that would be SP LA. That's not the right word. This is going to be very frustrating. LA. Just try using Vim and changing to Colemak. I want special key, so let's go to SACT. Now I press LK. Right? No. Undo H. H is not arrows. There we go. Is A. That's very wrong. Escape. Undo. Go back. Forward. There we go. Here's our special key. Special. Use a keyboard. Yeah, okay, this makes sense. So the X position, the first position is held. And then the Y position is tapped and released. It should probably actually just be a tap, but whatever. Y. Down. Shift P. I. No. U. I. Space. On Y, so back F, escape at, or nope, FX, semicolon, R, Y, that's not Y, R, no, that's not R, R, E, that's not P, Y, J. Okay. And I can undo that later if I typoed something in there. I'm going to write, see how long it takes to write. Network is choking. I should just get local copies here. This is ridiculous. Come on. Ooh boy. Yeah, we won't be doing a lot of writing right now. You could do local stuff. I can also kill this. The sunk cost fallacy. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and undo that. I just hit U, it's reaching out and grabbing the undo file. Yeah, that's the problem. We'll redo that. That was redo. This is a bad way to run this. Okay, well, that's one less instruction, but the special key. That's what I want, actually. I want to know if the key is 0. So let's S0 S P J J yank. Go back to old position. Up. Inverse paste. Capital P, yeah. That's not acceptable. Well, that's interesting. This already specifies whether or not it's defined. And this is a press, not a release. It needs to be a tap. Something's wrong. Click, press, release, keyboard, right is the correct word. That's not a W? It is a W. Oh, this is terrible, man. Right? But this says that it's not writing. I'm really sorry. I'm probably gonna have to get off of Julymak here. Much better. Oh no. It's happening. My brain is breaking. Come on. Okay. So on the keyboard special, we've got this macro, right? This. Why is the... So the macro index initially set is not 0 for some reason. When are we recording? Recording the macro on screen. My brain is doing weird stuff. This is bad. This is my transition period because I'm trying to get to Julymak, and I want to retain my QWERTY ability, but this is not QWERTYing. My fingers are not QWERTYing. At least for some of these letters. G. I'm gonna have to... Lex, I don't know if you're reading the chat, but just recently found your channel and love your videos on keyboard ergonomics. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll read the chat. I'm happy to chat. Anything to help me get my mind off of this transition to Julymak would be fantastic, because I'm in the middle of changing from QWERTY to a modified Colemak, and it is not fun. Also, feel free to ask any kind of ergonomic questions you might have. Now, I need to get to the screen. I've got 10 minutes. Screen. So, MikeMike is recording a non-zero value. Alright, we're diving into Julymak here. I'm gonna make the transition, and it's gonna be painful, but we're gonna do it because it's worth doing. So, we have a word here for what is it? No, is it macro? Is it combo? Combo. No, it's special. GG. Next. That's not next. That's next. Okay. Yeah. Fix combo, tap to not do space if the second entry is blank. Combo tap, not do space if second entry is blank. That means the keyboard means the input is being received. So the issue is we're gonna do some Rubber Ducky debugging. So here's the issue. Janice is the cow. She's gonna help us here. Janice, why is the combo tap? Why does the combo tap have a? Why does the combo tap do a space if the second entry is blank? I don't know what Janice's voice sounds like. What should Janice's voice sound like? I kind of want to make a silly voice. Well, Troy. Well, I'm pretty sure that when you're recording the value in the combo tap special action record screen, yeah, that would be it. So we need to get to one of our screens for the special action record, which is located here, translating through 3 different layers of hotkeys and keyboard layering in my brain. And I want to go up. Up is K, which is here. And now I do that. That's wrong. That's actually, there's something wrong with that. Screen mark starts with a next search. Oh, it's not searching across. Value searching across. Okay, I'm sorry. I will read the chat. I just have to complete this thought. My brain need to extend. Need to reclassify. Go here. F. Undo tree. To wean. Oh, there we go. Here. And now we'll read that. And go down and read that. I'm actually not sure I'm even in Arduino mode. Nope, wrong button. That's right. I am in Arduino mode. And now if I go to special key set, there we go. No, there. Yeah, okay, got it. So on special key, setting action for special key set, and that will see if we're in that screen. Yeah, this makes sense. T is here, except I don't want to be here. Yeah, special key set. X move is by values of extended keys divided by the key length. That's the buffer size. Well, that's clever. All right. Let me get back to the chat here. Okay. Dijon Zebretic. I have one of his keebs, and it is great, to be honest. He's a good guy. That's me. Thank you. Thank you, Dijon. Dijon. Hats off. Built a Lily 58 last December, and have been wanting to try out something different. Thinking of going with an ortholinear board as my next build. Yes, absolutely. Ortholinear is the way to go. If you can't wind up switching to something that, I don't know how visible this stuff is. Oh, it looks like I've got 5 minutes left. This is the latest design prototype. This one is nice and hot swappable. There we go. But hot swap with PCB only is a little tenuous, so I came up with a design for 3D printing a plate that'll just fit on the halves, and that's more than enough to hold things in place. Staggered horizontal staggering shouldn't have existed. Where am I going? I can't even see what I'm doing here. Look at this. I need more light. Horizontal staggering shouldn't exist. It's actually, I actually wrote a blog post about this. There we go. Right in the hot swap. Bam. There we go. So this has the option, much like the Signum 3.0, of going, having a vertical stagger or going straight grid. But we still got a 12-degree angle on it to make it a bit easier to work with. The real cool thing about the Signum, though, is these paddles. That's pretty new. So the idea is you set your thumb in there, and you push the button down, or you activate the button by pushing that way or that way. That's a great way to run things. It just reduces motion overall and lets you get to your modifiers a lot faster. What was I saying? Horizontal stagger. So the horizontal stagger, let me see if I can type again. More of us. There it is. This is my fancy blog post on this. Well, that's not my... Okay, well, that's not my history. My letters, doing my letters in my brain. Hunter.net. Yes. Sorry. This is... The transition here is weird. Writings. Oh yeah, I'm streaming, so everything's slow. Don't think I can do Corvid. There it is. Yeah, this was weird. Will I sell that? Yes, I will sell that. I've got a few prototypes of the prototypes left. It has a couple bodges. So I have made, I think, one mistake on a PCB ever. Like, sent it out to be fixed or to be printed, and then had an issue with it. And on this one, I made two. So I have multiple projects, no issues. And this one, I've got double bodges here. Yeah, so you got this wire here, and then this wire right here. And then after you do that, it works fine. I've been using it. Gotta print more cases for it. That one also does. I came up with a combination footprint for that. So this one actually does multiple instances. It'll do hot swaps, it'll do low profile, kale, and it'll do regular cherry. So you got options. Well, what usually happens is people get more than one board and they build up with one set of switches and build up with a different set of switches. Where was there? So where? There it is. See, this is the this was the original design. I think it's a Remington typewriter. And the idea was not necessarily to create something that works well or fast or is like designed for human hands or wrists. But the idea was just that it mechanically work. And as you can see, we've got mechanical linkages here that were not, like, these all had to go vertical and have space and not bonk, not clash, mechanically rub against each other. So they had to have this stagger going across here. And then while this stagger was taking place, you can see we've got QWERTY right here, QWERTY. That's part of the reason for this is if this had a more efficient layout, like, I don't know, my Julymak over here, then common English bigrams would be right next to each other, or risk being next to each other. And if they were, you had the risk of pushing down two arms at the same time. And if you've ever messed around with an old typewriter like that, if the two arms go up at the same time, they come up and kind of jam against each other because they're both trying to type on the same spot. And if they come up at the same time, they stick, and you have to reach up and loosen it. This is very old stuff. I'm an old man. And that's you don't want that. So the letters letters were designed to spread out English bigrams, and that's why you have a situation where the where you have the heat map of a keyboard layout looks wrong. Or we get sample text. Sample text. Everybody loves sample text. So this is a regular QWERTY layout, and you wind up with this. You know, your fingers go here, and they have to move to here and here and here. And on the right-hand side, you've got JKL semicolon, and you barely touch them when you're typing English. So maybe it's different for different languages, but that's the reason you want to switch to something else and adjust it so that the keys that you're typing are closer to your fingers, and that's the whole 40% scheme thing. I don't know. It's the whole point of it. We get to Colemak, and with Colemak, we're much more on the home row here. And I've actually I used a typing sample from my writings, and that sample comes up with more focused on the N rather than U and M. So it works out better. So this is an appropriate thing. It's the right thing to do, and it's really annoying. Although I've only been doing this for like 4 days at this point, so optimizing the layout and getting rid of this horizontal stagger is always an improvement and recommended and probably necessary. I mean, you can get old keyboards and look at the back label on them, and they usually say something like, warning, danger, like this is continued use of this is hazardous to your health. And that's just the way it is. It's not good for you, and it hurts your hands. So yeah, definitely go ortho in some way. I have wrist problems, RSI, so really having this kind of angle on it makes a big difference. There's some of the earlier models, obviously, when I was messing around. I had tons and tons of these. Just wanted to reduce the pain. Reduce the pain. But yeah, I don't know how many questions I answered. Yes, I will. I think I've got 2. These are called Dejan, will you sell that? It looks great. Thank you. Yes, these are Laxum prototypes. They've got, like I said, they've got a few tweaks that they need, but once you apply the tweaks, and I'll put the bodges on before I ship it out. That's not a problem. Then it works just like any other Signum, but you get hot swaps, which is kind of cool. I would like to make a case for this. I still might. I have a generative program that creates OpenSCAD files to make this plate so that you can adjust the layout yourself, and then it'll print the appropriate plate for you. Yeah, I don't look old. I'm like 38. It's old. I feel old, especially when I look at all the new stuff. It's just, what was it? Douglas Adams. I forget which book it was in, but anything that's made after you're 30 is witchcraft and evil, and anything made between your 20s and 30s is wonderful and amazing, and you can make a job doing it. I have legitimate technical complaints, but those are for the Vlags. I will ship to wherever the United States Postal Service will ship. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, send me an email. And I'll make sure I've got something available for you. Yeah, if you want the hot swaps pre-applied, yeah, just let me know. Keep in mind, this is one thing about Laxum is it's slightly easier to build because of the hot swaps. And the hot swaps actually reduce the available switch positions. So like this is
3.1. 3.1 had there's like 6 different switch positions here. It's crazy. Lots of opportunity to size the keyboard to your hand. Same with the 3.0, but the Laxum has a reduced set of keys available, as you can see. Only got 2 positions available in the interest of giving you, in the interest of fitting the hot swaps. You can't put the hot swaps on unless there's a reduced switch area, or reduced switch options. So it's a thing. You're 26. Yeah, 26. That's the weird thing, is I still, you get older and you still feel young, and then you're like, hey, how old am I again? Like I'm like 28, right? Like I'm 38. Or you just look at the things going on and be like, this is crazy. It'd be like the old days. That might just be me. So we do, around here, we do breaks. You're gonna have a 5-minute break. We're going to watch something that is mind-numbing. Something that lets you chill out visually, because Pomodoros are helpful. And Pomodoring is a good thing to do. So you take if you skip the 5-minute breaks, your brain, you lose the focus and you write bugs. And then once you write bugs, it takes twice as long to unwrite them. There's a lot of motion on the screen. I don't even know if it's coming through. But I'm having a good time. Just need to unbrain for a little bit. Just take the break. If you don't take the break, you'll regret it. Consequences will never be the same. Ooh, I don't know what the volume on that is. There we go. Let's reset here. Five. 26, 728. That's 20 on 5. 2 is 3. 3 minutes left. Okay, yeah. And we'll save that. Okay. This is flying into the depth of a Mandlebox, which is a generation based off the Mandlebrot set, obviously, but this is a 3D representation, which is always fantastic to look at. Janice also enjoys it. Isn't that right, Janice? I have to be careful not to touch Janice. She's attached to the mic, and it booms. That's really cool how smooth it is in there. And some of this stuff reminds me of the burning ship. The burning ship fractal. Got those vertical spire type structures. Yeah, as far as keyboarding goes, the thesis, my thesis is move less and type less over less time. And that doesn't mean type faster necessarily. It just means make it so you don't have to type as much. That's kind of where That's kind of where MikeMike comes in. Is building that automation so that you don't have to do that. Just the mouse clicking. Just getting rid of the mouse clicking or reducing it. So many clicks. And every single one hurts just a little bit. If regular keyboard operation hurt you short term, as long as it hurt you short term, or as long as it hurt you long term, people wouldn't do it. I mean, to be fair though, the Remington Typewriter Corporation didn't really have an idea that people would be doing this. Yeah, it's over 100 years old. And they're just like, yeah, this fits. I guess this is okay. And this reduces the amount of jamming. I guess this is okay. I had no idea people would be typing on this mess for over 100 years. Or that they would be spending, 10 hours a day typing on it. All that damage. That's a lot of damage. And look at someone like Richard Stallman. I mean, you can look at him if you have to, but he's fine. He's fine. But he was like one of the first people to get an RSI, which is why repetitive stress injuries are GNU. They are certified. I don't mean to make fun. It's not fun. All right. I'm gonna sneeze. All right. No one had to hear my sneeze. Okay. Back to here. Wait. There we go. And your music needs to be turned down or up. I think that's where the volume was. All right. I mean, they definitely come in threes, but I'm sure I'll be fine. Yes, fractals are insane. All right. So the preset of the value. Right, so the issue is that the X value populates automatically with 0. No, it doesn't populate with 0. That's the problem. Because if it was 0, it would... So if we're on the current screen, and the screen special key is set the special key, you press right button, it changes the X, left it changes the X, reduces, and then, yeah, where's, down here, so if I want to do a combo key, it's probably hard to see. Control plus. There we are. Right. So if I want to do a combo key, problem is combo key output. So let's do a escape. Yeah, see, there's no, it's a non-zero value. I hit down and it goes to nothing, but that's not 0. So let's save that and we'll execute that macro 0. A macro 0, and we'll pay attention to the screen key over here. Execute macro 0, and it does escape in space. And that space is what escape just escaped the music, as I was pointing at that. All right, great job. We're fine. I also changed my arrow keys. Very unfun. Right, so it has escape and has a space. But is the space in there before or after? It's on the record, which means it's on the record action when you hit save. Yeah, here we go. So when I hit save, enter, instruct select action is set to special key, which is accurate. Translate X move, it's reset to X move. And then it sets Y move. But Y move is unmodified. Yes, it was a start value. It doesn't make any sense. So let's go back here. I can't hear. These arrow keys? They are. Oh, but arrow keys are not. What processes? This is actually a terminal, a serial terminal output to the other side. This computer, I can type a serial input into the screen command, which forwards it out to the terminal on this device, and the terminal on this device writes back to the screen so I can read the output. It's what you do instead of building a screen input. Alright, so we need to edit our macro. We'll delete that. I'm curious to know what happens if I open combo tab and just hit enter. So now we'll play that macro back. And will it pause the video with spacebar? Yeah. The control plus space. So why is space being output? Oh, I wonder what the screen draw, because the Y move is adjusted each time. Yeah. So let's go to see what our Y move does when we yeah. Okay, this is exactly where I want to be. No, wait, action. We'll go back to, sorry, I'm just leave some bookmarks here. This is the screen, we'll put that there, and then we'll go back to action. Sorry, I'm still doing this translate. Yeah. I gotta be honest, I don't know if I'm digging this right now. What are you doing? There we go. Not helpful. Out of the way. And that should say right. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So from this macro screen, we're updating the value. But we're only printing the character if it's within a certain range. Ah. It's out of band. Y move is required. Y move is limited to be between 31 and 127, which means 31, 31. Oh, between 31 and 127. Yeah, so we've got these here to here. So the first value is always going to be space. So it can't have a 0 value. If I set it for unit separator, there's an ASCII representation for that value. But that removes space. Actually, I'm kind of curious what would happen if it was 31. Yeah, let's put that back up here. 31, 31, 31. That would be over here. That's Y, not O. 30. I'm going to set it to 30. 1. R0. Escape. Undo. Whoops. I'm confused. Oh, Y's over here. My brain. All of my brain. The space. Word. Up. F0. R1. That was wrong. F0. R1. Good. Move a char if printable. Oh. Only print char if printable. Well. This actually doesn't record the value. Include 31 in case of null. Value. This is, I'm okay. I'm doing fine. Gary! This footage is from the late 70s. Gary Bridgeway, is this footage from the late 70s? Yes, this is, I was just actually recently complaining about the Synthwave theme. I might have that on here. Yeah. Yeah, that was, this was... Synthwave, man, it's a thing. Where is... See if I gotta remember. I type with my new... Ha. Come on now. The Synthwave theme is something I made up for Vim a while back. And I failed to kick off that value. Forgot about the Digirule. 12 minutes. I'm fine. Where is my... Everything's in the way. What a mess this is.
And how slow it is.
Synthwave. This is not... I want my repositories. Word forth. Simple. Come on. No, I should do. Sort by stars. Yeah, there we go. 98 stars. That's crazy. Synthwave color scheme. Yeah. Bright, but also kind of easy on the eyes. And then it's adapted to emacs. Gary Bridgeway was a comment on your glasses and mustache. Thank you. These, let me see these. These are driving glasses, night driving glasses, and they do a lot for the glare, computer glare. So they're convenient to have. I mean, the mustache is new. It's definitely, I'm programming like it's the 70s, so that's where I want to be. I've been spending too much time watching Alan Kay lectures. That's the problem. I'm slowly turning into Alan Kay. A bitter, crusty old man. Yeah. Things could have been different. Now everything's a mess. Alright, let's focus. Let's focus. Right. So yeah, if our value here, if our value is set for 30, then we're going to print a char output. But if it's greater, that's interesting. Move hex. 0x. Why would it print 0x with the hex key move hex? It rolls over, though. That's the problem. This has to be on button press, which is be on activity. Where did I put that? That is not GG. What just happened? Oh, I did DGG. This is the danger of working on a keyboard controlled editor while you're learning a new keyboard layout. I did not know that control scroll zoomed out. I just did that. That was just muscle memory and Emacs picked it up. Let's see. Need to be on the screen, but I'm in process input. Yes. Typing practice. I need Mavis Beacon. Where are you? Reverse Shift N. There we go. And T, that's top. And for screen, choose action. Screen special key. That's selection. Screen. Scroll. Come on. This thing lags so bad when it's This is input. I'll mark this input. That's L, not I. That's I. Process. Let's see. I was already here. Ah, here's the logic that enforces the limit. There we go. Yeah. So if the value is outside of this range, then it resets it. So I should set this to... This sets it equal to 32. So we'll set this for 31. Is that right? Let's come back here. 32 will have a null value with no... Yeah, we're going to see if we can get away with value 31. Yeah. That means we'll get to... yank. That's the wrong button. Let's put. Reselect. No, don't reselect. My entire life. Why? This is not fun. Yank. Put is this button. All of my QWERTY. There's so much. I've been typing in QWERTY. That can't be right. 30 years? That can't be right. That might be right. Good heavens. That's... I hate to think about that. See, this is what I was talking about, Lex. You can't... You start doing math in your head and you're like, that's not right. But it is. It is. And to do... I don't know what that is. Control C, Control V. I don't know what that is. But please stop. It's running Arduino verify mode. Don't know what that is. Q. Okay. Kill the verifier. Yeah, that was weird. Text-based editors, you can't. Life is just a thing. Breaks your brain, and hopefully it doesn't break your code. I is that button. Escape, good. And we're going to go forward to 2. We're gonna R, that's T. We're gonna R that to 1. Down is J, which is over here. Left is H, which is here. Dot. Right, that means our edge value is 31 now. Which means when we process input over here... Oh, that is the input. No, when we draw the screen. Oh... no. It's on the draw command. Where are you? There we go. This is more like draw. Let's do that. As if the value... Oh, that works actually. The code already works, because if this is between 30... Yeah, between 30 and 127, it'll draw it as a char. And if it's greater than 127, it'll... X key untranslate? What is that? Oh, this reverses. Translate sequential array of extended keys from Arduino's gap decimal assignments. Turn the string array naming into extended key, matching Arduino key assignment. So that's a conversion. Yeah. And if it's not above that value, it won't be, it'll type 0x and the move value as hex, which would be 31, which is helpful, but not necessary at this point. I kind of want to make that just draw nothing. And then it'll have close quotes next to each other. So like this. And it'll be combo tap. Yeah, so this, I would want that to be next, like immediately right next to each other, but 0031 I kind of want to just see if it does it. Let's write that. Hopefully I didn't mess that up. And I don't know if I have any Arduino IDE open. He is a Linux trucker. Yes, I am a Linux trucker. Keep on trucking. Oh, all of my Arduino. Come on. Got 1 minute left. We're gonna hit a break. Me Linux trucker staring at fractals. Okay, wrote the file. Arduino is somewhere. Where you be, Arduino? Ah, oh yeah, this is the right spot. Hey. Come on, buddy. ACM is 0. Micro. Right that. I need to disconnect this because this will interfere with the communication. Backslash. Yes. Why is this button? I know this. I am buttons. Come on. This is fantastic. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I can actually see how OBS is. I've got its status screen over here. There's 12 cores, man. 12 cores is not enough. Ridiculous. Let's test that out real quick. Actually, let's verify because I don't think it's going to verify. I'm sure I've got some bug in there. Arduino is still single-threaded. Done compiling. I am surprised. All right, upload. I don't like Manjaro so far. That is an interesting question. Does that answer your question? So, first of all, I'm coming from Debian, which is as basic a distro as you can get. And it's very feature poor, I would say. Like, you don't really have opportunity to mess around with things too much. Obviously, Arch is... by the way, I use Arch. I don't think you can say that if you use Manjaro, though, so maybe that's not true. So Manjaro has an interesting... the rolling release things, right? So the rolling release is great. And you don't have to, like, stop things and then jump out to it. And I really hated doing the larger updates on Debian. And it's smoother, usually. Because when it's not smooth, it's very not smooth. Recently, there was a package that was removed, and the package removal was such that I needed to check the release notes and spend a bit of time figuring out exactly what needed to be done in order to proceed with the upgrade as normal. But it really worked the system in kind of a random way, and it was very frustrating to figure out that was the issue. And as long as you have some time to dedicate to... Oh, look at that. There's space. It works. As long as you have time to dedicate to that, let's go up to the top of the list and see what comes up. As long as you're willing to spend some time on it every once in a while. JK is here now. Yeah, okay. Sorry, too many things. Save that. Control. And now when I combo tap that, look at that. Brilliant. Bug fixed. Feature added, etc. Yeah, the recent issue with it, make this an official break, I'm sorry. Break 5 minutes. Go over here. Back up here. Resume our music here. You can hear that all right? Okay, cool. So initially there was anyone who creates a distribution has design choices to make and decisions to make. You can't have everything, and I appreciate that. But you might have noticed that when I ran KiCad over here, I ran it on a Flatpak. And the reason is because there is a Python WX known bug, particularly with Manjaro, in that there's some package conflict that doesn't quite work out. And the solution to that is fix it yourself, lol. Like, just remove the package and then be in a non-updated state, and don't use the regular updater unless you know exactly what you're doing. And I wasn't down for that. That is one of the cool things about Debian, is you can just kind of just let it ride. And frankly, with as much as I don't like Flatpaks and snaps and stuff, they're self-contained. They should run okay. This is a Flatpak. You know, the whole idea was that I get more recent releases and more updated, latest KiCad, because the latest KiCad on Debian is much earlier, and you don't really have any opportunity to mess around with that. Debian with a Flatpak, you know, that might be the hack to get to where you need to get, but the whole point is to get Manjaro and to have this set up so you don't have to do those things. And here I am, probably 6 months into Manjaro, and I've had to do it probably 3 times, and that's very frustrating, because this isn't my job. Maintaining a Linux distro is not my job. Making sure my box turns on when I push the button, just kidding, I always leave it on. Making sure I'm not afraid to reboot it is not my job. I don't want to have to do that. I just want to open up KiCad and do work, and open up emacs and do work. That's the point. I'm trying to build stuff here, not play around with computers. And I used to be there, and that's fine. But you can get cool features and cool stuff to work because you have that power to mess around with it. But for the most part, I don't want to mess with it. Don't want to mess with it. I'm actually not sure if that WX Python issue is fixed in the rolling release, and I don't use any AUR stuff. So, when I read that bug about is it WGDK3 or something like that? There was a bug with the rolling release, and you had to read the release notes and fix that first because the package was removed before you went ahead with the release. And while I was reading that, they said, people were saying, well, you use the AUR, so it's kind of on you. Like, you need to manage that if you're going to open to the AUR. And I'm like, cool. I did not open to the AUR. I'm not using the AUR. And finally, after a couple pages, someone said, hey, I'm getting this and I'm not on the AUR either. And it's like, okay. There can be a kind of a tinkerer's mindset that takes over in some of these distributions, and it's not very productive always. You kind of have to learn and dive in, and I can say, having learned Linux when I was like 16 or 15 or something, it was extremely difficult. Because you didn't have the resources available. I had to drive myself to the library or get to the bookstore and read the books there with a notepad and write down notes of things to try in order to get my X Windows to boot. And now it's kids these days have it so easy. See, Lex, this is what I'm talking about. You get old. When you say kids these days, yeah, AUR is a double-edged sword. True, and it's fun to mess with sometimes, but sometimes you got a deadline. Yeah, customer's upset with something. You're like, oh man, it's a bug. Site's down. You got to log in real quick, and you turn on the computer, and it's like, oh, actually, I've got a conflict here, and I'm not even going to run your graphical user environment. Good luck. Figure that out right now. Ugh, it's a terrible feeling. Yeah, I'm a Lex. I'm a Linux noob. What do you recommend I use? Totally get a Ubuntu Live USB. Actually, just grab an old computer and install Ubuntu on it and just start messing around with it. Ubuntu is a lot of things, but accessible is the thing it's probably the most. You know, especially as far as the more custom your system is, the less support you have online. And if you get to a high enough level, you will get to a point where you type in Google searches and nothing comes up because no one has experienced this. And that's a very fun feeling to have, because you have to go back and you're on your own. But if you install Debian, or even more so if you install Ubuntu, you just post, man. So not only has someone experienced your problem, 1,000 people have experienced the problem, and 1 million people are tired of hearing about it and will exasperatedly close your Stack Exchange request and link you to the solution, which is helpful. So it's easy. It's just Linux is a completely different system, so it's kind of a weird transition, but just learn a little bit at a time. You don't really have to learn as much as you used to. It's just a lot more is open to you. So we are done with our break. Let's go back to another Pomodoro, and I was going to start the timer. There we go. Let's kill our Mandlebox. Reset our audio. Oh boy. There you go. Hopefully that's back to normal. Alright. So I was actually kind of surprised that we didn't have the output here that I was expecting. Because this appears that it's going to... yeah, this says serial output is supposed to write. So in this case, the value is 30. The value is 30. The output is space. Nope, nope, nope. Don't do that. Don't do that, please. Ooh, scrolly scroll. There we go. No. Those are the extended keys. What's not? Yeah. So 32 is space. 126 is tilde, which is accurate. That's what works. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you. I had weird display problems. Oh, sorry. Dejan, so when I started out, I was trying new stuff. I'm like, I'm just gonna try this. I'm gonna stop being a curmudgeon and installing i3WM. I'm gonna install like the latest, and I wound up installing Wayland, and Wayland gave me all kinds of problems. And I appreciate what Wayland is trying to do. It's just not ready. And fortunately, I was able to switch this to Manjaro X11, and then suddenly everything worked, including these my xdo tool thing here that I have for programming this thing. This is just a bash script, and it reads the output of this MIDI device and then translates that into key values. So it's xdo tool is super D. This is really bad. Why is this so weird? This is a bash script. It's different. This does an xdo tool to send keystrokes into the operating system, or into the windowing system, window management system, I guess technically, because it's not super low level. And xdo tool does exactly that. It does things in X, and if you're on Wayland, you don't get to do things. It doesn't work. And the reason it doesn't work, this is more Linux nonsense, is because it's insecure, man. It's like totally insecure to inject keystrokes into your live session. Like, okay, that's great, but I still want to do it. And the answer is pretty much no. So I was able to switch back to an X11 version of this desktop. This is KDE Plasma, which is why everything looks all smooth and sleek and transition-y. So cool. But I don't hate it. And this thing. Come on, do the thing. This thing is really cool. I really actually like this a lot. So that's I'm trying to try new things. So it's going all right so far. Shoot, what was I saying? You're the whale and AUR. Oh right, yeah. So it had that bug during the update, and I started doing the update, and then it failed in the middle, and I had to dump out into the proper terminal, the non-sudo terminal, like what is it? Control Alt F1 or F2, and I ran the update from there. And there's some of those times where you get that pucker factor of like, when I hit enter on this command, is that the first step of me rebuilding this system? Like, am I going to hose this entire system? And it's not a great feeling. It's not a fun feeling to have. So I was just thinking about it. Like I pressed enter, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to walk away from this because I'm just gonna sit here and fret if I just stay in here. But it came back, so we're okay. Probably. I'm teetering on an edge here. Let's see. KiCad still doesn't work. There's another one. Oh, no. I was going to say Blender doesn't work. The package for Blender doesn't work. But the latest version does work. So I've had to compile that, but Blender works otherwise. It is kind of to be expected. That's fine. And nowadays you compile from source and people think you're some kind of elite hacksaw. Of course, fumbling with CMake these days, if you want to mess around with that, you are some kind of elite hacksaw. It just seems... I know it serves a purpose, it just seems crufty to me. So why move? Why move? Yeah, so I expect this to be an OX output, and it actually might be... No, that's a string. How is it printing that string? And then why move hex value is represented in 0. I forget what this keyword output specifier does. It probably just puts a 0 before it. I mean, that should be outputting 0x00, but that's not what comes up. Yeah, and it starts at space. It should really start at 0, 32. Yeah. So, output. Low default value is 0. It's being upped to 32, but it should be 31. I already made it 31. Greater than 30. Then draw the char. That's why. It's an invalid value, so the char is blank. This needs to be a 1. And R is right there. Hello? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this lag. Unbelievable. This is... I normally do all my work over remote. So I don't have... This file isn't a local file. It's SSH to SSHFS to a cloud server. That's not a problem until I start streaming. And then all these little tiny requests that are constantly flitting back and forth are interrupted. And when I do little things like this, it lags. Like this, this right here. This is my problem though, is I need to get off Dropbox and figure out a good rsync schedule, implementation, workflow. First time I was introduced to Linux, it was Manjaro i3. It was my friend making a joke on my account. I was crying trying to figure out how figure it out, and he was laughing. Years later, using i3WM, I can still use it with closed eyes. Yeah. i3's quick. You can't. It's hard to beat it. Go like Fluxbox or something silly like that. Blackbox. i3 is very good. I still use it on my ThinkPads because the ThinkPad screen real estate is just not there. Looks like we wrote properly. That's the wrong button. What am I looking for? Oh, the Arduino button. Come on now. Let's go down here. We'll disconnect our session again, which is Control A and Y is that button. And we'll go ahead and upload once my cursor changes. Dislagged though. Yeah, i3 window manager as a joke. This system will run Crisis. I mean Minecraft. So my kids play on it every once in a while, and if this was on i3, I would not be able to walk them through opening Minecraft over the phone. But now I can just be like, hey, you see the grid there? Click over there, you know, hit the Windows button and then type in Minecraft and hit enter, and there you go. Otherwise impossible on i3. But the other thing is, the other reason why I didn't use i3 when I installed Manjaro the first time is because I didn't know what the applications were. I didn't know what the file management application was. So when you hit GUI D for the D menu, you don't know what to type, and there's no helper of any kind. So you're like, cool, I've started up the system. I don't know what to do with it now. Oh, jump out to menu. There we go. So now, when I do the combo tap, see the default is still space. There we go. Why does it default to space? That's not. Don't type it in there. Type it in here. You're resetting the value. On a button press on the screen, draw. What is it in actions? Input. Yeah, there we go. X move, we're on the Y move. And if X is... This is setting the definition on the button press, but it doesn't register until the button presses. That's weird. Where is this being updated? This is just output. This isn't setting the Y move or the X move. SPECIAL. Okay. Nope, that's the wrong button. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Here's the action. This is executing the action. Yeah, only run it if the character is printable. That's correct. That's fine. You reset X and Y. That goes back to 0. And that's when you save it. The Y move is... Y move is applied. But if the Y move is... If the Y move is less than 31, which it is... this on... Where are we? What function are we in? Hello? Process input. So... it doesn't make any sense. Hi? Where are we? Next. Look at that. There it is. Why? Why are you like this? Oh? Wait, no, I don't want O. No, 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 I take it back. Just hanging out. There we go. Unacceptable. H. R is this number, and then a 1. Start at 31. Yeah. So when the screen changes... yeah, when the screen changes to the action select, Y move is manually set from 0 to 32, which is a good thing, but not now. And I shouldn't have saved that, because we're going to go and change this draw function to print. The value is between 31 and 127, and then if the value is over 127, and lastly if the value is under 127, which is this value no matter what. That's not W, that's F, but I might still be able to use that. Yep, there we go. Let me keep my undo going. Yank, put that, change inside brackets, all of my brains. It doesn't do anything, actually. I don't want it to print anything, because the output's right here. I don't know if this else will process like that. Will this work? Let us find out. Oops. Save. So in every other case, it should print nothing. And then it should just be two single quotes right next to each other. Preemptively bail out of this thing. That Y. Good. My brain is operating in Julymak. Hopefully. That's good. Do the thing. Please. Arduino. 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 Did I mention Arduino is written on the Java, on the JVM? It's cool. It's heavy, but it is really cool what it does. And being super platform independent is pretty cool. It's great, actually. It's fine. Load. Nice. Do it again. Dump out to menu. Go. Macro 0. It's good. Combo tap. Look at that. Beautiful. So now if I hit enter on this, play it back, play back macro 0, you get control only. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And let's do spacebar. So I don't want to mess around too much, but this doesn't have a value for the combo tap. I mean, there's no low value. I actually think it just rolls around. What is the value for this? L? L is... oh my goodness, this is so bad. So in this part of this transition is from from QWERTY is that I've been using QWERTY for a long time, and I've built up a lot of mnemonics around it, obviously muscle memory around it, and there's some things I've built around it that are strictly mechanical. So in this case, IJKL is an inverted T on the right hand home row. And it's a very good way to use arrows. IJKL is not an inverted T in Julymak. In Julymak, LNEI is inverted. And L, if I press L, which was previously I, to go up, I will go right instead and select whichever item I have selected. This, like I said, there's layers of translation here. Probably need to, yeah, so that, this value rolls around. How much time we got? Not bad. 2, 3, that's 3 minutes. Okay, that's fine. Let's go back here, and we will, in this, we'll process, we need to go to where we process input. I is here. And our values X. Okay, so like 30 minutes ago, I looked at this and said, oh, that's clever. And I just came back to it and looked at it and went, what on earth is this? Oh, that's clever. So that's how you know you're coding real good. You're coding in the flow state. That's how you know, because you have no idea what you wrote or why it works. It's the old comic. My code doesn't work and I don't know why. My code works and I don't know why. Flow state's a hell of a drug. Yeah, this is a rollover. This could be hard set. This could be us, but we're hard set. And minus hits 0. Yeah, if it rolls under, it rolls around to the beginning again. And none of those outputs are... None of those outputs are blank. Which is fine, I think. Let's see. Well, hang on a sec. We're doing updates. This is fine. Wait, where am I? Notes. Something about space or something. Space. I'm in space. There we go. Go back here. We'll press R, which is this button. Yeah, it says right there on the screen that I typed RX. It's not doing it. It's thinking about it real hard. I don't know why it's doing that. Because there's no reason it should take a long time to do that. Any of the other changes, they run pretty smooth, but that's weird. Okay, so features, that's done. Feature done and hey, I did DP. Nice. That might be an appropriate use of my time here, real quick. Let's do one of these again, real quick. Gonna learn. Says I got 5 minutes left. Gonna do a practice. Come on. Maybe we could do this. Fit it in. A couple minutes. We're fine. That's the K key. N. Wait, what? Oh. I can like take and QWERTY. That's weird. This typing is awkward. Yeah. Make what will really mess with your head is wondering if I can talk while I'm typing in QWERTY because I'm thinking in symbols rather than words. OAKHAM. Doing with symbols makes... What was the video? Doing with symbols makes words? I don't remember. It's a great Alan Kay video. I'm gonna lean into it. Gary Bridgeway, I'm gonna lean into it. I'm gonna have platform shoes. I'm gonna get some bell bottoms. It's not partitions, it's patitions. Original soundtrack. Yeah, it's like it's like a brain. I gotta stop thinking about it so much. Right. That's not good. Don't learn wrong. Learn correctly. Practice correctly. With that is bit Enshin? Some of these words are not words. Doing with typing program makes not words. It short circuits my speech center a little bit when I see a word that looks like a word, but it's not the word. And I start typing. Doesn't work. Unsuccessful. Alright. Break time, break time, break time. Hello? There we go. Have good volume. Nice. Up here. Break. Nice. Let's go a little back here. I should do the typing practice as a break. No, that's a bad idea, actually. Typing practice is very difficult to brain. Where are you? I don't know. Just jump. I'll do 5 minutes instead. 16:04. Go. Ba-da-bum. See if I missed anything. By the way, I use Arch Labs. Grew tired of reinstalling Debian. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, that's kind of what is cool, is building the muscle memory to the point that you don't type, you don't send messages to your hand, you just think it and you've already typed it. And that's why I kind of get, like, I can kind of feel it start to happen here. Sometimes I see the word and my hands have already typed the bigram, and it's like, it's already done. The hands are moving, and that's a cool feeling to have. But it also means you don't have control. So when I was trying to switch back to QWERTY earlier and I couldn't type in E, you gotta wonder if the memory block inside your brain is being overwritten, or if there's like a parallel one that's coming just alongside it. Yeah, ideally I would like to be able to learn my Julymak and be able to switch between QWERTY and Julymak, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. It's kind of hit or miss, supposedly. I also wonder if part of the issue might be that QWERTY, or rather Colemak, is so close to QWERTY. That's actually intentionally so. And my modifications to it make it even closer to QWERTY, so it's like the memory sections keep getting closer and closer, and they might start to overlap. So if I was to be practicing Dvorak, I think that would be definitely be going into a different memory space. At least I think so. Because, like I said, sometimes it's just motor control. It's muscle memory. Someone throws a ball at you, you don't go, how do I catch a ball? You catch it. When I'm using Vim and I want to skip forward 2 words and change it to something else or transpose some letters, I've already typed WWXP. But hopefully I've typed it with the right letters, with the right fingers, on the right keyboard, in the right mode. I mean, I even do it in non-Vim systems. So writing an email in like Gmail, or writing something in Word or something. You just pretty much have to surrender your text editing to Vim or Vim keys. You know, writing a reply to a ticket or something like that. I have to write it. I write it in Emacs with Vim keys, and then I just have a keyboard shortcut set up to flip to the other window. Copy what's in this window, the Emacs window, flip to the other window, paste it, and then flip back. Just really isn't. You know, at a high enough level, there really just isn't a way around it, because it becomes automatic, and then you can't change it because you don't quite know how it works. You just know that it does work. Yeah, Dejan never tried Dvorak before, Colemak once, and it would be very painful. For you? It is. Painful is a good way to describe it. It's a strange feeling. Because you see the letter, and your hand goes, I know where that letter is, and your finger goes, I know where that letter is. And your brain goes, no, wait, we're not doing that anymore. We don't do that here. It's over there. Press that button instead. So sometimes I'll be, like, if I stare at this cheat sheet while I'm doing it, I go slower than if I hide it. I might still get lost after a while, but I'll hit like a jag of like a whole test or something. I'm gonna stay a little longer because this is my favorite part. Look at this. Just settle in this rail. Look at that. And then the perspective over here on this right side. It's just barely moving. You're so zoomed in. Barely moving. The sense of scale is fantastic. Look how fast it's going. This is the kind of scale you get doing like, where are we? Yeah. Kind of scale you get doing Samurai Jack shows or something like that. Gendy Tartakovsky. Because it isn't just Samurai Jack, it's the Clone Wars. He did that too. And that was a fantastic sense of scale. Woo! Love it. I'm a big fan of animation now. Sounds like baby is angry. Angry baby. Oops. Start that up. Go back to our music. Reduce our volume. These just play at different volumes. It's probably about right. I don't know. Alright, let's see. It's something else So that was kind of that was actually kind of a problem. I think I'm happy with how that's doing now. I'm willing to increment version. Be a pretty minor. After that my brain didn't function, reflashed keyboard and left QWERTY for good. Left QWERTY for good. Or left for QWERTY. I'm not sure if you stayed on QWERTY or got off of QWERTY, but it's just a weird thing. Like I said, I've been QWERTYing for 30 years apparently. That's weird. 30 years. Of course, I didn't learn how to touch type until a few years into that. I'm comfortable with that change. Yeah, see, I have some other stuff, but it's for other customers that I can't live stream. Yeah, plus there's like prose for me to write, and that's not going to be enjoyable to watch, especially with my Julymak transition. Yeah, that's going to be weird. We got one more Pomodoro. Let's see if we've got another. There's probably something else I can get in here. Add modify mouse move. This is kind of okay. I'll allow it. Root memory dumper. Smarter mouse actions. That's a little bit. That's going to be a process. Repeat playback. I actually think I'm going to do a repeat playback. Like when you hold down the button, I'm going to make a hardware switch for that. Fire other macro and then create a Stack Overflow. That's the plan for that one. Macro mover though. That's hard coding assistance. Hard coding assistance. I don't even know what that means. Who wrote this stuff? Loads and execute macros unless button held during boot. Oh, I did that. Oh, I didn't do that. Yeah, this is where it would boot and then immediately start running, which I think I'm going to solve with the hardware switch. Why? Put back right R X J. Yeah. Those and execute macros. Do this with a hardware button. Hatware. That's. Oh, CW is. I marvel when I do something automatically. Hardware button. Let's do this. Hardware button. No. Is this not I? Oh, this O. That's a bad way to do that. Do with hardware button. Now I go down, which is J, but also this button, and home, W, 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 yeah. Down, okay, cool. LED indicator for action, macro mover, macro memory dumper, turn mouse step increase. Change digital read to port call, faster eval. Oh, I don't care about that. Then I made a note here about the EEPROM. Button support. Add 20, yeah. So add the hard weight with hardware. Oh, where switch. Or switch 1. Good. Yeah, I do want to make this a Pico thing. I do like the Picos. And there's the other matter of, you know, like, the stuff being old. The ATmega32U4 is very old. And the Picos are Picos are new hotness. Plus you get CircuitPython, which is really cool. Like this. This thing. Can you see this? Yeah, this thing. Whee! Do that. Look at this. We do arrows. Oh, this is in front of that. There we go. Yes, we've got arrows. And then if we do dots and commas, if you're doing a YouTube thing. I mean, YouTube video. If you pause a YouTube video, then you could do this. Yeah, comma and what is it? 2? Yeah, there we go. This is actually really cool code on the Pico. And I can browse directly to that. No, that's not F. F is over here now. That's fine. Everything's fine. Go back. Back. Run. Media. Troy, that's me. CircuitPython. Code.py. There we are. This is cool. This is super cool, man. Because you have the opportunity to do this. It's straight Python code, which is Python's fine. I like Python. It's all right. I got my 70s mustache is tingling when I say that. It's okay. You gotta be programming your you gotta be programming your input devices on assembly with a ruler, emulating a PDP-11. This is CircuitPython. This is CircuitPython. It's all right. It's quite good actually. And you can edit this live and change the assignment and then save it. And it'll save it directly to the Pico in here. I don't know if this is safe to do. I'm actually not going to do it. That's a bad idea. There's a Pico under there, trust me. And you can write directly to it. And it'll save the code, compile the code, and run the code immediately. So we've got our volume up. Volume up, volume down. We've got our arrow keys right here. If I hold down that button. So let's change that to something else. So our volume increment is on, where are you? A space, volume up, left arrow, right arrow. Let's change that to up. Is that going to let me autocomplete? Oh, look at that. Down. Colemak, I hate you. Weird. No, that didn't work. Be cool, be cool. All right. I. That's not I. This is so frustrating. Barrel. No, no. Go back. Brain. Okay. All right. All right. We're fine. Redo. Now go down. Left arrow. We'll change that from up arrow to down arrow. Down arrow. Except upcase. Down. W. C. W. Down. Brain. Arrow. Good. Okay. It's like physically painful. Fantastic Phil. Are there any commands for chat? No. No, this is low key. If you got questions, I'm happy to answer them. I can't figure out what this is. What is you're working on? But from the title, I read Arduino and clicked. Yeah, this is I'm actually in. This is CircuitPython right now, but I was in Arduino for this project up here. This is MikeMike, a tool for creating automation, automating keystrokes and mouse movements and all kinds of stuff. I'm just messing around with this CircuitPython thing right now. So here we are. I hold down this. We've got arrows left and right. And I just wrote this. So change that to down arrow and change that to up arrow. And now I will colon, that's not colon, colon, W, enter. It writes. It finishes writing. It should pop up as a device. It's not popping up. It's gone forever. It failed miserably. Oh, it might have stayed. Okay. It might have gone and come back fast enough. So now let's do this. And now it's up and down. And CircuitPython editing the code is as simple as that. You plug it in. It attaches as a USB drive. You view the file. Pull the file structure in here. You drop any libraries in here. It's fantastic. And then you just edit this code.py file. And there you go. That's it. It's really, really, really slick. But let me get out of this. I don't like leaving that open. Yeah, it's as easy as that, editing these things. I have not made a high speed, like a full speed keyboard using CircuitPython. There might be issues with that, but for like a macro pad like this, just messing around, yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. That's the wrong button. Sorry, I'm also a Fantastic Phil. I'm also learning a slightly modified version of Colemak I'm calling Julymak, and it breaks my brain, so apologies. This is the Arduino side of things. Where is it? This is the thing I'm interfacing with. How do I get out of this? Back here, yeah. Yeah. Cool. I think this is empty. Yeah. They're just doing some features on this. And the idea is that you build automation with it. Or, like, cheat and be able to push a lot of buttons, I guess. I have another one that's pre-programmed. This one's not programmed because it was recently updated. Right. Yeah. This. Oh, this, by the way, is a MIDI pad. You see this, right? Yeah. Kind of hard to see the lights on it. This is a MIDI pad that sends output that is piped through. Get this. Where are you? There it is. This is a straight bash command. Yeah, here we go. So we got aseq dump, seq dump for the Launchpad Mini, and then it reads the output, and it looks for control change and whatever the note is. The velocity is fixed for this pad though, and then it executes a string of commands using the xdo tool. What's kind of cool about something like this, creating a macro pad that's off of a MIDI device in particular, first of all, is that you can use an Arduino or Atmega 328, because those are simple, but they can't do high-speed USB. But you can still make them into MIDI devices, which seems kind of weird. Yeah, well, that's kind of weird, because you need a Pro Micro otherwise. I don't know. Anyway, since it's a MIDI device, the operating system treats it as kind of a pass-through. So I could actually make scripts that react to these button presses. Multiple scripts can react in different ways. And since the reaction is handled on the computer itself, on the system, the operating system, you can set up things that are contextual so that the output of these buttons changes based on whatever window happens to be active at the time. And I think you can do something like that with Windows too. Windows definitely has a way to inject keystrokes, or even do like a auto hotkey. Auto hotkey is pretty full featured. Yeah, this is a interesting kind of device for doing something like that. Don't think I had much more because I have other work to do, but that's customer work that I can't stream. Let's see. Macro, where was I? Let's go up here. Modify mouse move. Macro numbers. What kind of Arduino work do you do, Fantastic Phil? See, flag changer. I don't even know what flag changer is. Keyboard hold screen. What is a complete keyboard hold screen? My notes are terrible. Switch for switch. Toggle switch, yeah. T. There we go. Here. Read EEPROM on each macro load now. LED indicator. Booting shortcut mode. Already do that. Up it down. Thought there were angry kids. JKS serial only. Dynamic loading of macros from EEPROM. That kind of needs to go here. Wow, that writes. Let's do a quick. Already messed up. T. Come on. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Come on. Yeah. And T touch. But I promise I'm not this bad of a typist. Just watch the live streams. Gotta relax, gotta relax. Let it flow. That's the worst. Or the best. When you think a thing and your hand does the other thing and you think, oh, that was wrong, but it was right. Your hands knew and your brain overthought it. H. C. Ha. Ah. It's very stressful to do. Alright. I think I'm gonna sign out. I got other work to do, but I can't publish it. I can't live stream it. So, GG, folks. Send me emails if you want to send me emails about keyboards. Got this. I have 2 of these Laxum prototypes left, still hot swappable. If you want me to fill in the hot swaps before it ships out, I can do that. Like I said, the prototypes need a couple bodges, but I'll do those bodges before it goes out. It's just cool. And let me know if you want paddles, because the paddles are... That's just better. It just reduces motion. Just there's no way around that. It's cool. And if you want regular grid layout or vertical stagger, they're the 2 options for that.